big part of the show. We're on in 10 seconds, so get ready to have a good time.
Hi, this is your captain speaking. Welcome aboard. Please fasten your seatbelts, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Hello, hello. All right, here we go. This is going to be a raging locomotive of a show because we've got Halloween business to take care of personally. Ryan has to take his son Hank out. Leslie's got trick-or-treaters. I'm going to deal with whatever is at the front door, and we're going to hopefully get everything in that we have to get in the next, let's say, 45 minutes. First, you know what I got to do. Well, keep your popcorn balls close and your almond joys closer. I got to kick the tires. There they are. Let's light them up, Ryan. One more sequence happens every Friday before this show gets wheels up. Status. Leslie's got to remove the cat from her lap and the condom from her wine bottle and her little dog, too.
I'm doing my best Cynthia Revo here, except that I can't do the nails. I mean, I cannot do the nails. I would probably put my eye out if I were to.
And mine too, just looking at them.
Oh, yeah.
I hate long nails, as I think we all know by this point. And you'd need about 8 piercings in each ear, right?
There you go. And a really bad attitude. Lucky she is in her career, she always seems just a little pent up. I don't know what her dealio is.
Yeah. Relax. Yeah. It's a short dance.
Exactly. Enjoy, sweetheart. Yes.
That's what we're trying to do here. And like and subscribe. I want to get that out there right away because that helps. And if we don't like and subscribe enough, the internet police come in and take us away. All right, here we go. Condom removal coming up. 3, 2.
Oh, over the shoulder.
Over the shoulders.
My AirPod fell out. Uh-huh.
Those over the shoulders are good. Those are the best.
They're nice.
All right.
I got a buttery Chardonnay, and I gotta say,
I bet you do.
It's buttery, man. I don't know that rich and creamy. Well, that was a morning team we used to work with.
Right.
It's really my cup of tea or cup of vino at this point.
Happy Halloween, everybody, 2025. All right. Ooh. All right. A lot of people checked in. A lot of the regulars. Keelan is always first in line. And she says, well, let me just show you that I do have this green door, but I can't read through it without my glasses. So let me just say.
Those are nice glasses you have, though. They look good on you. Some people can wear glasses. Some people can't. And ooh, look how smart he just got.
I'm dressing my schnauzer as a screwdriver for Halloween. I'm hoping to turn a lot of heads.
That's a tool joke right there. Oh,
okay, now that you mentioned the glasses, when I had my surgery, my eye surgery,
I can't do this anymore.
That eliminated my contact lenses, so I had to get reading glasses. And so got the prescription and I went out and priced them at several places.
Uh-huh.
The average was about $150. So I go to Walmart, $21.
There
now
you go.
You know why Walmart
and that's all you need.
Amazon are crushing everybody. Oh, God. Okay.
But I get the feeling there are people out there who just enjoy spending copious amounts of money. Like it's somehow just see how cool I am. I spent 5 times as much as Gary Meyer on my glasses, but
okay, good for you.
Can't see any better. Yeah.
I'm guessing that Warren Buffett, one of the richest guys on the planet, doesn't spend a lot of money. In fact, I think we all know by looking at his lifestyle, he still lives in Omaha, living in a regular house, driving a truck that's about 25 years old, brings a sack lunch to the office. That's how you make billions of dollars, I'm guessing.
That was Sam Walton, too. Used to just drive around in a pickup truck with his dog, old Buck or whatever the dog's name was. And flannel shirt and a pair of jeans. And Old Roy. There you go. Thank you. Because that's the name of their dog food brand. But they didn't have anything to prove.
No, and that's why they're billionaires. Jeff Bezos started selling old books in the garage. Come on. You don't have to spend a lot of money.
He's still trying to.
But he is spending a lot of money.
He actually is.
Yeah,
he's
really
hard.
Blowing a lot. Okay. want to get Ryan on to talk about the transition because today is the final day of Libsyn. Yesterday was the final premium show they will carry. That's it. They're done. We have put Supercast up, and people are really getting into it. Thank you for doing that, for signing up. It's very easy to sign up. If you are a premium member, you're going to get a discount, lifetime discount. If you are not a premium member but would like to become one, still a good deal.
And we got about one more week left on that good deal.
On that price, on that good deal, because that's going to go up another $1 a month. So if you please could sign up. Ryan, tell them what to do.
So if you're a premium member, you would have already got an email either with a link or a code. If you're not a premium member, if you go to the address scrolling at the bottom, basically it's Supercast, GarryMeyer.supercast.com. You plug your information in, and then you get dumped to this page here. So after you're a subscriber, you get here. You can see all the episodes here that you can play. But over here, more importantly, if you see this, you can drop down and you can connect it to your favorite podcast player. So that's the other piece that some people were missing a little bit. How do I play it on my favorite podcast platform? So over here, if you click on one of these, it'll automatically link there. So and again, if you have trouble, you're getting, you can't figure it out, or there's some issues, just email Gary Meyer at GarryMeyershow@GarryMeyer.com, and then we can triage that as needed.
Yeah, it's very simple. And again, a lot of people have been signing up, making that transition. Supercast, good company, great company. Actually, we're really impressed by how they've handled all this. And that's good, because we wanted to make the transition as easy as possible for you.
Yes.
And we have, and this company is solid.
And the other question is, hey, what about the Friday show? What about the where do I listen to those? That gets pulled in through Supercast. So it's all one platform. So you don't need to go anywhere else. It's all right here for you, either the premium shows and then the Friday pre-board and then this show. And then you can watch still the shows on YouTube. That isn't changing either.
Okay. All right. And we're down to Tuesday, Thursday, maybe one more Wednesday show. I think we'll do one more, and then that's it. And then it's just the 2 premium shows, and then this on Friday. So please come along for the ride. Please. Please. Leslie, let's get ready for the giveaway now, because we're going to play I had to talk to Sven a week ago because the man gets so busy. This is his Christmas today.
Sure. He's like Santa. He can travel the entire globe on this one very special night, and it seems like that's what he's doing. But
it's Rich. It's Sven unmasked. It's Rich Coase as Svengoolie, as you know.
But it's kind of like him in costume, because he's Svengoolie all the time, and then today he's dressing up as Rich Coase for us.
Right, that's his alter ego. It's Jekyll and Hyde.
As always, we have to thank our friends and house band Bon Journeyed, and oh yes, so I got a Bon Journey t-shirt for you. They're playing tonight at Dirty Nellie's, and I can
Palatine,
only
Illinois.
Imagine how cool this show is going to be.
Palatine, Illinois. If you're in that area, you got Bon Journeyed, and then the other band,
Modern Day Romeos,
is headed by Jim from Volo Museum. They're extremely good, so you are going to have some fun if you go there tonight.
Oh, honestly, what a great group of people beside. So a Bon Journeyed sticker and an Oh Yes bracelet. I have a guitar pick for you too, but it's in the prize package area, which got a lot bigger today especially. Give me a minute. Let's move on. Some Brian Sheridan
X-ray specs.
Welcome to the shit show. Little Velcro dealio. A little game. It's kind of like a Rubik's Cube, except it's not. It's just little squares. Some fortune-telling fish, as inspired by Scott's Vintage Antiques and Collectibles. Tracy from Wisconsin is our ball liquor mama. You get one of those. We've got from our friend Ellen Delinka, former producer, your season 6 refrigerator magnet. And check this out. Something really special. A GarrForce t-shirt.
GarrForce t-shirt.
With the cool little dealio on the back. Very soft beside. This is a fine t-shirt.
Good material.
You winners, just give me your size too, because I have some in various sizes. And the reason I have quite a few of them is for those of you who are coming over to those special shows that we're doing now on Tuesdays and Thursdays, the premium shows, we're going to be giving away some GarrForce swag in the first couple of weeks. So just our additional thank you to you for coming along with us. And finally, the prize that started it all, your
There it
very
is.
own wine condom.
That gold-wrapped condom.
And I also want to thank Michael Foley out of Texas. He sent a bunch of prizes to me today too that we'll be sharing.
Oh, and that was because Michael said he was going to be traveling and that he would be picking up some cool stuff along the way for us to share with you. So,
Yes, so it's very
isn't that
cool
exciting?
stuff that we'll give to you, Leslie.
All right.
Oh,
And then
perfect.
spooky, hashtag spooky to play.
A couple of my real good friends are in-house. Straight Talk Commerce is my friend Wayne in Los Angeles. And I'll get you a t-shirt, Wayne, somehow, some way. It won't come out of Leslie's stash. I'll get you one. And then Jerry Riskin is the father of Dan Riskin, who did that lecture on the show about the bats and the cockroaches. And yeah.
Honestly, if you guys get a chance to watch that show, that's one that even I watch over and over now.
It's fascinating.
Let me just say, bat on a treadmill. That alone is worth watching for. Oh,
I heard him speak about a year or so ago, and I thought, oh my God, I've got to get him on my show, and I did, and blew me away twice. The man puts it in perspective. I mean, the universe is in charge. Nature is in charge. Stop fighting that.
You know, we've had some great guests. Somebody was asking me, oh, so you do this podcast, what kind of guests do you have? And I'm like, how do you can't pigeonhole our guests.
No, it's a poopery.
It is a poopery, and I think that's evidenced by our guest today, who, I mean, come on.
This guy is a national treasure now because MeTV is coast to coast, or today, ghost to ghost. Next Friday, we have a guest that's not this. It's macabre, but in a different way.
Well, she's not macabre. She's very cool and talented.
She's macabre adjacent.
Well, yes, she is. That would be our friend Karen Conti, who was John Wayne Gacy's defense lawyer and one of the last people to speak to said mass murderer before he was executed.
There's a docuseries about Gacy going on, and she's going to talk about that next Friday. Cool. All right, let us go to the conversation with Rich Coase, and then like I said, recorded this last week because of his schedule, and then we'll get all the stuff we got to do on the other side of it, pictures and things. All right, Ryan?
So much, Gary. Always great to be on here with you. You can see I'm in my basement here. No, not really. This is our studio over at the MeTV headquarters here.
Really? That's not your basement, Rich? It could be. I mean, you might have a replication because you can't stay away from it at home. I don't know.
If it was my basement, there'd be just more piles of junk. I've got, boxes of magazines and things and, the big Tupperware type containers. Just a lot of junk that I keep saying, I'm going to go through this someday.
And storage lockers, as I have said many times on this program, best investment you can make. Everybody's got at least one, if not several.
Yeah.
There's rarely anybody there but somebody at the front desk, and all the rest is profit. Somebody there selling you padlocks and scotch tape and boxes, and then you put that stuff in these lockers, leave it there for 5 to 10 years, and go and throw it all away after you've paid thousands of dollars. We're in the wrong business.
I think so. It's always funny when you hear about people who actually end up living in those storage lockers. It's like amazing to me. It's like, how do they get away with that? And I guess because there aren't that many people who are going through there, they can do it.
Yeah, well, don't ask them what they're using for a bathroom, because it's the stuff with their kitchen. It's the stuff that they put their kitchen utensils in about 2 years ago. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I want to just say that over the summer, I had a chance to visit Rich at Svengoolie HQ, and I picked up my rubber chicken keychain. Rich, this is like having a Beatles lunchbox back in the 60s. I hope you're getting a taste of this.
I get, a little bit of a commission on the various Svengoolie items that have come out. So it's
I hope
kind of new.
so.
I never expected this, Gary, to find all this stuff. Like they sold the inflatable Sven lawn ornaments for Halloween. And it's like, who would have thought that would ever happen?
Are you kidding me? Those sold out. Well, I think this is the second season. They sold out in about 20 minutes.
Yeah. And the thing is, this year we were not able to do them because of the various tariffs and stuff. We never would have been able to get them in at an affordable price.
That's funny. But I think no matter what the price, because you're white hot, and that's due to the fact that is that a word?
It could be.
that is due to the fact that MeTV is now nationwide, has been for several years, and you were very successful locally in Chicago for decades. And then the genius that runs Weigel Broadcasting, Neil Saban, said, we're going national. And now you can't go to Tulsa and have your car washed without being mobbed.
I wasn't planning on going to Tulsa, so that's probably a good thing.
Good.
No,
you're going to get mobbed.
If anybody from Tulsa is watching, we really love you.
Are you in Tulsa? Just checking.
I think we are. Yes.
Yeah, well, you're in 98% of the country, so I would imagine just about every corner of the country gets you on your program on Saturday
well,
evenings.
They see it, but they don't get it necessarily.
They don't get it, but they see it. Getting back to your background, when I visited you, I was just amazed at all the figurines that people send you that have been collected and put on shelves around your studio there over the years. It's amazing. You get stuff all the time from viewers, right?
Yeah, we constantly get stuff, handmade stuff and things that they created on their own. And yeah, we just filled the set with it. Most everything you see decorating the set came from viewers, actually.
And
Some
they
may
have
be
to listen
listening
too.
because they don't want to look at me. But yeah,
Okay.
it's surprising as heck to see all this stuff. And every week we get, these boxes of things, and sometimes we're a little afraid to open them since we don't know what we're going to come up with.
And it's not all just bars of soap that have been carved into a likeness of you from prisons, although I'm sure that's in the mix too.
Oh,
Some
sure,
of these,
yeah.
Some of these things are very well done, if not a lot of them.
Yeah, it's amazing. One of the things that we just got is like a big tufted rug made with the Svengoolie logo with my face on it. And it's like they said it took them weeks to make this thing. And, it's very flattering, but also it's like, don't you have something better to do?
All right, now let's not be putting down the viewer or listener.
No, never.
No, they took the time, and it is amazing how rabid and passionate, if that's a different thing, rabid and passionate of the viewers you have, because you're nationwide and have this now new tremendous success that I have to ask you, how does it feel when you had that show going locally in Chicago for all those years, and now you're going to Comic-Con and San Diego and all these other cons around the country, and it's like you've been in their system forever, no matter where you go.
It's amazing to me and kind of overwhelming at times, because we were thinking, oh, we're going to San Diego. Let's see what it's going to be like. And, this huge group of people shows up just to say hello and to tell me how much they appreciate the show. And the same thing when we went to the New York Comic-Con. We were there at the MeTV booth there, and the line went all the way around the place, up the aisles and everything. And it's like, and this is New York. I'm amazed that this has happened.
Well, I hope you're not next to Jerry Mathers, because I'd hate to see the Beavers line shorter than yours. Because I'm a big Beaver fan. Here's how I start my day. I do the tune-in with Bill Leff, and then I do a double Beaver. That starts my day. So I like having my Beaver, and I know Jerry goes to a lot of those, and you've probably seen him there, right?
Yeah, and we've even seen him in town here. He's come to the station a few times, and in fact, I did a turn back the clock thing at the White Sox park, and among the people there were Jerry Mathers and Ken Osmond, who was Eddie Haskell, And I remember us sitting in this room, and there were people that were coming up to talk to them. And I think Jerry Mathers said after one of them left, he said to Ken Osmond, "Okay, next time it's your time to talk."
Wow.
So I guess
Okay, Jerry.
kind of switching off.
Jerry, you're in the public eye. Absorb it, enjoy it. And I've seen Jerry interviewed. I've been trying to get him on this program for years.
No.
So far, no good. But I'd love to have a nice conversation with this guy. But he doesn't seem like the most effusive person I've seen interviewed.
Yeah, I think
And that's
after a while,
proof right there. He doesn't like to talk.
After a while, it kind of wears on him that his main fame was really when he was a kid, and I can understand that now. That's all people think of me for. But yeah, and the thing is that show is still popular and people still love it. So.
Okay, and I know what you're saying there, but that's what brought you to the dance. What are you going to do? I didn't know he wanted to be in the Top Gun movie years later. Really, but that's the way it goes. Now, having said that, have you seen the documentary on Paul Rubens, aka Pee Wee Herman?
No, I have not. I do want to see it though. A weird story talking about conventions. The last time we were at the New York Comic-Con, they were taking us to finally leave, and you're backstage there in the back corridors, and the guy was driving us in the little golf cart thing, and he said, "Oh, you know who's here? Paul Rubens." And I said, "Oh, that's cool." He said, "Yeah, we told him you were here," and he said, "I'd really like to meet him." And it's like, we're leaving now. So I never got to meet him.
Okay, I have met him. And the reason I'm bringing this up, because you share that unique orbit that Paul had, where you have a character that becomes super famous, but it's in makeup and wigs and all that. He didn't have a wig, but he was Pee Wee Herman, and then he was Paul Rubens. In the documentary, Rich, he never could come to terms with Paul Rubens not having the Pee Wee Herman fame. I'm wondering, because you're one of the few people I can ask this, do you mind that Svengoolie is the main event, and I'm sure some people recognize you without the makeup, but does that bother you? Do you need to have some Rich Coe's love too?
Actually, Gary, it has never bothered me. Just the fact that the character itself is so successful and people love it so much, that's enough for me. Now, I've done shows here. I did Stoogapalooza and the Co-Zone over at WFLD. So people do know who I am, and they will recognize me from those. But there's never been any sort of jealousy of mine towards the Sven character. It's great. Like I said, I never expected this to happen, and I never thought I'd get to the heights that I have. And, it's whatever way I did it, and as whoever, that's fine by me.
Well, when you watch the documentary, you're going to really see somebody who had demons going through himself for the fact that this Pee Wee Herman guy completely eclipsed me. I'm an actor too. And I met Paul, and here I am at the height of the Pee Wee Herman fame, and I'm all excited to meet him and showing him my Pee Wee Herman fan club card. And he looked at me like I was crazy. And I didn't know that dynamic until I saw the documentary of why he was that weird about it.
Oh, yeah. That's sad in a lot of ways.
Yes.
That, here you are being very effusive about it and being a fan, and he's hurt by that. Oh.
Well, it's like Jerry Mathers saying to Ken Osmond, "Listen, you take the next group. I can't stand these people anymore."
Sure.
I really just go with it. That's showbiz, and be happy you got that moment, no matter when it happened, and you can still live off of it. In Jerry Mathers' case.
Yeah, definitely so. And I have to mention this because I'm so proud of it. I think my career reached a peak 2 months ago when I was actually an answer on Jeopardy.
Yes, I saw that.
One of the biggest surprises, because they actually just called us a little bit before it was going to air, and they said, "Oh, we want you to know that Svengoolie is an answer on Jeopardy today." And that's great. And we went to turn it on, and it was the day that Kirk was assassinated. So it was preempted here in Chicago. So, in our hometown here, nobody got to see it until we managed to post
I remember hearing about that after it aired, and so congratulations. You're right. Those little markers are, I've made it. I'm on Jeopardy.
It was even better because the guy actually had the right answer. I think I would have been pretty embarrassed if all three of the contestants there just sat there in stunned silence.
Well,
But
to your point, they do have those questions where it's about a celebrity or whatever. The celebrity's face is on camera and nobody knows who it is.
yeah, I've
Ouch.
seen that.
Yeah, ouch. Now, you are in Bonanza. October is, you're labeling it, this is your Super Bowl this month, of course,
Sure.
with all the movies you show that are in that genre. And you've, over the years, Rich, you've assembled an ensemble now. You have the Sven Squad.
Yes.
And tell me if I'm onto something here. It's you, and you've got Gwen Gooley, you got Imp and Nostalgia Ferratu.
Yes.
Right. Now, I'm putting that as the template of the Seinfeld show. You're Jerry Seinfeld, and Gwen is Elaine, and Imp is George, and Nostalgia Ferratu is Kramer. Am I onto something there?
You are definitely onto something. I originally thought of it as the old Jack Benny shows where, he was the main character and then he had all the side characters with him who would still make fun of him and top him on jokes and such. And the Seinfeld thing is you really hit it right on the head with that. And I had never even thought about it in those terms. And you're right. It's exactly the way it works.
Rich, I'm not as dumb as I look. And and I think that template has become standard for a lot of shows where they saw the success of it. So you're going to see three guys and a woman, and they play off each other. And if you look at certain sitcoms, you can see who the Kramer character is in that sitcom,
Sure.
the George character in Elaine. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It really
You
works.
want-
But that's the first time anybody has ever pointed that out. And I think it's exactly on the money. You're much smarter than I am.
Well, let me tell you another thing, and maybe I watch too much television to know this, or here's the way I look at it. I Zapruder everything because the Zapruder film of 63 is the mantra of you got to look at it and get every detail because it's important.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you've watched Friends.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. The opening credits, have you noticed how they do that?
No, not exactly.
It's the three women and then the three men. And I thought, well, they're just focusing on the women first and then the men. But if you notice, it's alphabetical. It just happens where all the women, and it all follows alphabetically in that way. It's not because it's three women, three men. That's the way we wanted to line it up. It's exactly alphabetical.
Oh, man.
I
now
know,
I've got to
it's-
see that now.
Now this is nonsense, but I'll tell you what, in the world we're in today, I'll take any nonsense in a big heaping.
Right behind you on that. Yes.
Yeah, really. I'm looking for any distraction in the storm. So tell us what else is going on with you and the program. Is there something we should know? Now, let me just give you some kudos here as far as the next appearance of a Svengoolie, because Volo Museum is a sponsor now.
Yep.
And you are going to be at the Volo Museum on November 1st.
Mm-hmm.
And Jim, the curator, I said to Jim when I saw when the tickets were going on sale, I said, those tickets are going to sell out in 90 seconds. And he texted me right after they sold out. He said, it took 4 minutes. I said, well, you couldn't probably process all those tickets in 90 seconds. So it would take at least 4 minutes. That thing's coming up, a meet and greet with you. That's got to be pretty nice for you to meet with. It's not a huge crowd, and that's got to make it a little more manageable, right?
Sure. They do limit the number of tickets just so that it isn't overwhelming and to give everybody a fair chance to come up and get an autograph and see me. And we could book many more hours, but Gary, I'm an old man. I don't know that I could go longer than the 3 hours.
For those of you who are new to my program, I had Rich on as Svengoolie for a Halloween show about 10 or so years ago. 2 days later, he had a heart issue. And I thought, oh, God, I hope it wasn't me.
No, of course not.
You're feeling okay now?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. Thank you.
Good.
Still following all the doctor's orders, taking my little thing of pills, which we call the cup of gravel every morning. And, I try to do what they tell me to do. It's funny because my cardiologist has always said, well, you're doing real well. What are you doing? And I said, I'm just doing what you told me to do. And he said, you'd be surprised how many people don't do that. So, I just feel very fortunate. To be real honest, I was dead, and they brought me back. I was unconscious for several days, and then just lucky enough to have come back. So, geez,
Wow.
I'm very lucky.
Did you have any of those moments that we hear about where you saw a white light or you saw relatives that had died previously or any of that?
No, none of that. I don't remember it. In fact, I don't even remember anything from maybe 2 or 3 days before I had the cardiac arrest. My entire memory of that is gone.
Wow.
So,
well, let me just tell you, the 2
Yeah.
or 3 days before, you were on my show.
Thank you.
We had a whole Munsters replication going. I was Herman Munster, if you remember that. If you don't,
Yes.
now you do again.
Sure, that I remember. I think actually I probably still have some photos from that somewhere.
I do too, and I put them out there every year around this time. Now, I know you'll appreciate the humor of this. You are pre-coffined. My God, you're in a coffin all the time. So the darkness of the humor that you could surround that with.
I have to tell you, my cardiologist again. I told him, we were getting a second coffin, and I said, I'm probably the only person who's ever had 2 coffins, and he actually said, you almost had 3.
Wow! But don't bump. You got to have him on the show.
Oh, I'd love to. He's
And
a
now
great
my
guy.
cardiologist. And EKG whiz, there he is. There, you can use that.
Thank you. I appreciate
what's coming up on the show every Saturday night? You're kicking it out of the park with all these great old movies, and we're going to air this on Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
So what's coming up this weekend?
Well, what we've got coming up this weekend is one of our most requested movies, and a lot of people don't remember that that's the case and don't believe it, but it's true. It's Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, which was only the second time that Bela Lugosi played Dracula. And of course, Lon Chaney Jr. was the Wolfman, as he always played. And Glenn Strange, who was the bartender on Gunsmoke, plays the Frankenstein monster. So it's for some reason, people ask us to run that all year long, and we try to play it, this time of year just because it makes perfect sense. And coming up, we have some other great stuff. I don't know. You probably don't know that I'm a big fan of stop motion animation, and especially Ray Harryhausen. And we have one of his later films, The Valley of Guanji, where it's in Mexico and there's dinosaurs. We don't know why, but they're there. And later on in the month, we have one of my favorite Hammer films with Dracula Has Risen from the Grave with Christopher Lee. So we got some great stuff coming up.
And that's at the end of October or November, because this is going to air on Halloween, which is the last.
All November. That's all November.
All November. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just wanted to make that clear. Are there a lot or any horror movies with a Christmas theme?
There are some, but they're not ones that we would necessarily show.
Okay.
There's like, Santa Claus killing women in a sorority house and various others. We ran one years and years ago, just locally, with Mickey Rooney in it as a toy maker. And around Christmas, he had like his quote son, who was actually, like Pinocchio almost, that he had created. And it was absolutely awful.
Okay. And you had one airing of that and done?
Yeah, that was pretty much it. And that was several years ago.
If you had more, you could call it the Hellmark channel and our December offerings of all these crazy ass Christmas movies.
That would be fun. Yes.
Yes. I'm just throwing out some ideas here. Just, spitballing.
Well,
So
you can start your own channel, Gary.
I should. I had a show on your channel, and
yes,
it aired, and I really enjoyed it. We've talked about this in previous visits,
mm-hmm.
where the concept was going back to Seinfeld. Kramer found the Merv Griffin set in the dumpster, set it up as in his apartment, and did his show, and then he threw it away, and I found it and set it up and started to do a show. So
I have to thank you, because that was the time
you were
I got
on
to
the
meet
show.
Richard Lewis,
which
was great. And I was surprised to find out he was a big fan of the movies, and that he'd even gone to film school. So it was, a big moment for me, definitely.
I don't know if you've seen that show recently, because I haven't, and then until somebody sent me a clip that's out there. Oh my, you have to watch this. You talk about crazy. That whole thing, because we had the lottery lady, we had
Yes.
George Wendt, we had Brian Dennehy. It was a cornucopia of celebrities and people that are somewhat in the business, and it was fun. I really enjoyed it.
It was, and I have to find the clip again because I'm trying to remember what Richard Lewis called me. He said I was a cross between somebody and Groucho Marx, and I can't recall what the phrase was, but I got to.
I'll try to find it and send that to you.
Oh,
all right, Rich, always a pleasure, and I thank you for taking some time out. And I know people say this of your busy schedule, but yours is really busy, and you and your producer Jim are really doing some great stuff over there, and for many decades doing it. And now you're nationwide, and pretty soon you're going to be international. You won't be able to go to a cafe in Paris without being mobbed.
I won't be able to go to a cafe in Paris because I don't speak French.
Well, they don't. There. All right, you got to get the key ring. Hey, are you getting pummeled by rubber chickens when you go out? Is that a thing that they do?
Usually not. Usually people bring them for me to autograph. And the problem is a lot of the ones they make now, either they're those screaming ones, which are annoying as hell, or they're ones that have a lot of little bumps. So when you try to sign it, it's, not very easy.
Yeah.
The best rubber chickens, I think we might have mentioned this before, used to come from Italy. They were the nicest ones. They were, terrific. And I don't think we can get those anymore either. Damn those tariffs.
The Giorgio Armani chickens. Yes, I remember them. They had the nice shoes and the tie. Hey, Rich, it's always a pleasure to visit with you, and I will be in touch along the way. I like having you on as often as possible.
Gary, it's always a pleasure for me to do this. And, I know occasionally we get to see each other in person, too.
Yeah.
So I hope that happens again.
Oh, I'm going to do this on camera because it's going to make somebody very excited who works on the show. I have this band, Oh Yes, and Bon Journey, two bands, and Bon Journey that play. One of the band members, Brian, and his daughter are huge fans of yours. And when I told them I saw you in the summer, could we ever meet Rich? I mean, and they were almost crying. I'm like, I'll try. I don't want to impose on the man, but if I can make that invitation happen between all of us, really, you've made a lot of people extremely happy. So we'll talk.
Yeah, it's nice to hear, Gary. I appreciate it.
Hey.
And like I said, always great to talk to you. And hopefully we can do it again soon.
Yes. And it'll be me, you, Brian, Katie, and your producer, Jim. We'll all have pasta and just talk about the old times.
Sounds great. Pasta with chicken. I knew it. Oh,
there it is. Rich Coase, a.k.a. Svengoolie, every Saturday night on MeTV, and it is syndicated across the country.
Wasn't that nice?
He's such a great guy.
Can I spill pasta with you too?
Yes,
Okay.
of course. Of course. And Ryan, I know the whole crew will be there, but that's the core. You know how big Brian and Katie are, big fans are of his.
As a matter of fact, Brian, a couple of years back, went as Svengoolie and won a costume contest because of it. So, yeah.
Okay. After we were done taping, Jim, Rich's producer, said, can you get me their address, Brian and Katie's address? And about 5 days later, an autographed picture of Svengoolie arrived, and Brian and Katie texted me, oh my God, we just got an autographed picture of Svengoolie in the mail. Yeah. Now, listener Jeff has been playing with AI, and I posted that picture of the show I referenced, the radio show that Sven was on right before he had the heart attack. And look what Jeff did with the still photo. You want to run those clips,
this is always
Ryan?
scary when they do this.
Yes, there's three of them. I'll run them all three of them.
Let's keep that. Well, it was posted on my Facebook page yesterday, so that's the photo. Here's what Jeff did with it.
We did the Monster Mash.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween.
From a still photo. You frightened yet?
Yeah. Oh, seriously, in another couple weeks, this is going to be all AI, and I'm going to look much younger.
Okay. And Ryan, we have some other photos, right, to show? What would you like to show first?
Oh, yeah.
How
I
about
got to
that?
hand it to people who are that talented, but I
That's
have a pumpkin out in front. It's just got one little hole in it, and that's because the squirrel just ate it
all right.
that
Well,
that
there's
hole
a
into it.
pumpkin giving birth. That's beautiful. And
The good old days.
the good old days when kids could dress up like cigarette packages.
Homemade
Isn't that
ones too.
adorbs?
Yeah,
Yes.
that you made that costume.
Uh-huh.
I
And
was
this one
trying
we
to. Oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
No,
Oh,
I was busting my brother's chops about him dressing me up as a football player the one year because he couldn't find the princess costume that I was supposed to be wearing, and I was really pissed off. But now I realize Halloween is his birthday. And so he was taking time out of his birthday to put me into a football player costume. So at least I had something going for me. So I apologize, Greg. I'm really sorry.
get that off your chest. Good.
Shoot.
This one we couldn't read the ad, but it's something with Halloween.
Something with Halloween. Yeah. This is the way they.
And it's a heck of a model.
I didn't know Jackie Kennedy did ads, but apparently she did back in the day.
The stem on that thing. Oh,
Hey, hey,
Anyway, on top of that, I loved, like, in the 60s, I assumed that all of our feet were going to end up bent that way because all the models used to do that ballerina thing with their feet.
Yeah, because I guess in a photograph, if you just flatten it doesn't look good. So they always point it, right?
It elongates the leg.
Right.
But yeah, most people do not walk around the beach in the ballerina pose all the time.
No.
And another show we'll talk about that, but that's a different day.
The slow and low.
I have
Sorry.
a story with that.
You have a story about that. So there's a little preview,
That's a
maybe
different
next
day.
Friday. Okay.
Yeah. Do we want to do the Canine Hero? Or
Yes.
do we want to do
Project
sponsor?
Canine Hero. We do the dog every month, and last day of October we didn't get to it till today, and we got to do it because we got to go to November next week. Talk about the Project Canine Hero Sanctuary down in Tennessee. Jason Johnson runs it. And Ryan, would you like to read what this dog did for us?
Yes. And this has a plane in it too. So I thought that was pretty cool.
He's a pilot.
Yeah,
he was
really,
a pilot.
really talented dog.
He flew in Afghanistan.
Yeah. Military working dog MWD Mega distinguished herself as a patrol explosive detection dog with the 97th Security Forces Squadron in Altus Air Force Base in Oklahoma from November 4th, 2011 till July 2nd, 2019. During that period, she was assigned to several handlers and supported global contingency operations alongside United States Secret Service, Joint Department of Defense operations, including presidential security. Additionally, Mega dedicated countless hours of explosive detection, more than 1,400 random anti-terrorist measures, safeguarding 12,500 military and civilian personnel. Mega was deployed to Qatar, Kuwait, and Jordan in support of both Operation Enduring Freedom and Operation Inherent Resolve. We are honored to cover a major surgery that removed a tissue from her spine to help relieve pain from a bulged disc.
Okay. The dogs that work for the TSA and police departments in this country, when they retire, there is no official program to do anything with them. They would go into a shelter, and if they're not adopted, you know what could happen here. Jason Johnson put together this sanctuary in Tennessee a number of years ago. He works on donations. He takes these dogs in. Some of them have to retire early in their lives, and he cares for them for the remainder of their lives, and it could be expensive. And that's what he does. Thank God he's doing that. He runs off of your donations, projectcaninehero.org. If you could buy the calendar, he's got other merchandise. Please support him if you can. Because those dogs, I mean, think about what you just heard there. That's what they do.
The work they do. Have you ever seen where they jump out of a plane with a dog strapped to them? Like they do the tandem jump with their service dog. And I always think about that. Like, imagine being a dog with a brain the size of an orange. And I can't wrap my brain around jumping out of a plane. Imagine these poor dogs.
But they
It's like,
do. And
I love you, man.
well,
Okay, you want me to jump out of a plane? I guess we're going.
oh,
Aw.
jeez. Okay. Now let's take care of our sponsors, and then we're gonna hit the button and call it a Halloween. You heard me
You want to
talking.
do that video?
Yes,
video?
I want to talk about Hale Street Group. Matt Publikas is the lead singer of Bon Journeyed, one of the lead singers of Bon Journeyed, and Oh Yes. And his main job is this construction company. He builds these beautiful homes in the northern suburbs of Chicago and Fontana and Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. And there's a video to show us what he does. It's amazing. I think those are his guys putting up an airplane hangar, cha-cha for somebody. Not only does he put up studs, he is a stud.
He's the stud.
Yes.
And when I win the lottery, I am definitely getting that indoor chapel gun range.
Chapel gun range. You combine two of the things. He does home chapels and gun ranges. You're doing the whole thing together.
I'll go, yeah. Matt, just put it together, and I know he'll be able to do it. And it's going to look awesome.
HaleStreetGroup.com. All right, and David Hochberg, this man. Hey, the rate went down. Did you hear that? 0.25%. It's in the 6s for mortgages. If you're in the 7s or 8s, talk to David about refi, and he'll do a free consultation. That's the number there. Call him, free consultation. See if you can refi or mortgage or whatever in that category. He does that. That's what he does so well. Buddy Bear car washes are all over the Chicago area. If you have goo on your car, get the goo off at a Buddy Bear. They have monthly specials that'll save you money, and the good vacuum cleaners.
You know what I just found? I forgot that we have it. I have a Buddy Bear jacket that I think I need to give away here. And it's a nice fleece winter. Yeah. So I think maybe in a week or two, we'll have to make sure that goes out. So
yeah, I'm sure it's nice.
Stay tuned. Tune in
George,
every Friday.
our tech guy and the Buddy Bear liaison, sent me a Buddy Bear sweatshirt, and it is really nice. Yeah. All right, so we'll do that. Hashtag spooky. You want to hit the button, Ryan, and give some stuff away?
Yep. Give me 1 second here.
I cannot do that.
Once again.
Hashtag spooky. A lot of good stuff in this one. Who's going to win it? All right. Who? GarrForce t-shirt included in this group of stuff.
Sue.
It's Sue. Ryan, tell Sue what to do.
Yep. I'm going to hit the button right here. Send your mailing address to Gary either by texting 773-888-2157, or you can email him GaryMeyerShow@GaryMeyer.com, and Leslie will price back out to you.
Yeah, I'll forward it to Leslie and she'll mail it out.
And Sue, send me your size, your preferred size for that t-shirt, because I've got GarrForce t-shirts in various sizes, and so long as that's the situation, I'll be happy to get you one that fits you perfectly.
Leslie, unless you left a bowl of candy out there, I have not heard your doorbell ring.
I had to run away twice during the Rich interview. Okay. So I think I'm at about 10 kids now so far, which is more than I anticipated.
And Ryan, you're taking Hank out, and you and Hank went to Volo last year, I believe, and he had a wonderful time, right?
He did. We went to the antique mall and found a bunch of bowling pins. He criticized me for not asking for help, and then we ended up going through all of the other attractions. So yes, very nice place. And as I said, we're going to probably end up going back here soon to check out some of the new stuff that they popped up.
Okay, this weekend.
Did you get to pet the A-bomb?
Pet the
No,
A-Bot.
we didn't find that. I think that was that was
Yeah.
before us. We were
That is
really
the
on
whole
holding.
It's
remodeling
always
thing.
changing. Yes.
It's
And now
remodeled,
they-
and
yeah.
volofun.com. They have this weekend, they're wrapping up the paranormal train tours and stuff. If you want to get into that, Volo is about an hour from Milwaukee, hour from Chicago
Yep.
proper,
Yep.
right? It's at the northern
Yes.
part of Illinois. Okay.
Yeah, it's a really easy. And then I don't know if they probably start swinging into Christmas. I know there's some stuff going on with that. So
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We
Yep.
will. All right, we got to get the Halloween business taken care of. So
do.
say good night and thank you for watching. And please sign up for the premium shows. And what's that address again for doing that?
GaryMeyer.supercast.com.
All right.
And if you have any trouble, let us know.
And we'll take care of it promptly. Here comes the cannoli down the aisle. It's delicious. Please take it. And it's complimentary. What about the schnauzer on the ween?
Make sure that you have your schnauzer like
Wrapped?
well protected as the kids come to the door, because
Yeah. The unwrapped schnauzer, be careful.
with the children, just be careful.
Yeah. Okay. That's spooky. 3 in the green. Gear is down. We'll talk to your premium members on Tuesday. The GarrForce, voice of the globe. Thanks, Rich Coase. We have landed.
We have landed. 552 on check 10, first 1, French for 72 about.